It's time now for Anderson Speedway's Track Talk. Catch up with everything that's going on at Anderson Speedway with Rick Dawson and Gary Mong.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're listening to us. Welcome to Track Talk. Rick Dawson, Gary Mong. We're back. You know, I feel like I'm sitting low.
You're like way down to the floor.
Yeah, I know what's going on. We're back from our brief respite out in
I think I've talked to a little child here.
cornfield in Daleville last week. We have power this week here at the Mall Special Event Studio, so
we do.
We're back home.
And we actually got racing to talk about finally. Finally?
We did. We had a great night. We had a bunch of race cars in and a good crowd. I mean, I was a little skeptical, going in because it was cool.
Yes, it was.
The wind is what was brutal, but I mean, it wasn't brutal, but it was colder than I prefer. But we had a good crowd and a lot of race cars and some good racing Saturday night.
All four of our divisions that were there.
We had the McGonigal engine late models. We had the Markham Welding Pro Compacts. We had Legends, and we also had Thunder Roadsters. All put on good races.
They did. With the McGonigal engine late models, we had a good turnout on the very first night. 15 or so?
We had 15 of them, and there are still probably 7 or 8 that weren't quite ready, and I'm sure we'll be here the next time we run them, which I think is the 18th, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I think you're right.
So we had a good and again, great racing. Our defending champion, Jack Dawson III, set fast time qualifying, 12.915. That's pretty fast around that.
It is.
That track. And we've got, I seen a new name in the heat races.
That threw you off, did it?
Yeah. The 96 car from North Vernon, Indiana, Jared Thomas.
Yes.
I think he's new to the track.
He raced with us last year.
He did? On a regular basis?
I don't know if he was on a regular basis, but he was there. I don't know if he was just there when the CRA late model sportsmen were there.
I got to make it a point to get down and talk to them folks.
Yes, absolutely.
He won the first heat race, and Josh Cave, good to see Josh back.
Yes.
In the 2-car, he won the second heat race, and we had a pretty exciting feature.
It was a great run. Ronnie Rose was at the point for quite a while there, but he had a lot of competition from Scott Tomasic, a familiar name if everybody knows his father, who raced late models for many, many years, Rick Tomasic. This is the son coming up up the ranks, so to speak.
The first of the race, I did get to see that. I was up in the suites visiting our guests. Jeff Markham took off and was pretty much going to be dominant through the race, and I'm not sure if he got together with their car or what exactly happened. I didn't get down and talk to him, but I know I think they had a flat.
Danny Trent got in him on the left rear corner panel and got into his tire there and flattened his tire.
Well, bless his heart.
So.
But I didn't see Danny Trent at the finish either.
No, because Danny Trent blew up about whatever lap it shows that he finished on there. That's when his incident happened on turn 2. Something let go in the car.
And Jack Dawson III was running good and was coming through the field. He started way back, but
he did.
He was coming through the field. And I understand, I talked to Tim Neal today, this crew chief, said that he ran over actually a piece of the exhaust off of the 88 car, fell on the track, and Jack ran over it and cut a tire. So that pretty much ended his evening. But we had a three-team race for the finish.
Yes, we did.
And it must have been exciting because I was down at the bottom of the 4th turn ramp listening. I heard it, but I mean, hopefully you've seen it.
I did 2 laps from the end there going into turn 2. Scott Tomasic got underneath Ronnie, gave him a little tap in the left rear quarter panel just enough, gave him a little squirrely, and Scott got around him as well as J.P. Crabtree.
Great finish for him. I was back in Tech after it was over. Him and his dad both was just beaming from ear to ear.
That's good.
JB, he was due for a good finish.
But they all 3 put on a good show.
Great race. The fans loved it. And Scott Tomasic, J.P. Crabtree, Ronnie Rose, Jason Neal, and Jared Thomas were our top 5 in the McGonigal engine late models. And we had 15 Markham Welding Pro Compacts. And Adam Lee from Newcastle, it was the Adam Lee night, I think.
It was.
He set fast time. He won the first heat race. Ron Phipps won the second heat race. And Adam Lee won the feature.
He was pretty well dominant.
I understand. Did I hear right? That was his first win?
It was.
The heat race.
The heat race was his first win. Now he also got his first feature. You talk about somebody who was extremely happy. Yeah, he was on cloud nine.
Brandon Cook was second. Andy Jennings, good friend from Richmond, was third. Matt Tharp in the 4-car, driving for Mike Whitaker, was fourth. And Ryan Claiborne from Knightstown rounded out the top 5 in the Pro Compacts. Then you can talk anytime.
Well,
I mean, you're not.
I know, but
you can
see the screen, so I can't. I don't know what. I don't know what division
reading.
you're going to
You got
next.
to see the races.
I know.
That's probably more what the people want to hear.
I know, but you got to tell me what division you're going to so I can be prepared.
I was in the Markham Weldon
right.
Pro Compacts.
And I gave you
what
my
kind
opinion.
of race was it?
It was a great race, but Adam Lee pretty well.
Great race. Is that what you say about all of them?
No, it was a good race. Other than Adam Lee, pretty well was dominant.
Okay,
in
so
that race.
I need a little clarification here. What is the difference between a great race and a good?
To
race?
me, all racing is good, and they're all great.
Oh, okay.
You see, because I'm a race fan.
That's right. We all are. We had our Thunder Roasters.
We did.
We had 9 of them there. I know there's probably 5 or 6 more of those still out, and we're going to talk to one of their star drivers here in just a second. Maybe he can give us a little insight on what to look forward to. But defending track champion in a couple of divisions, John Robbins set fast time in the Thunder Roasters. John won the first heat race, and then Doug Duggar won the feature. I didn't get to see any of that.
We had a second heat race, too, which is the person we're going to be talking to here momentarily that won the second heat race.
Jessica must have
Why he's not on there, I don't know. But
left the second race off.
we'll get him on
I'm going to catch the devil for that.
You are.
Tell us about the feature real quick.
Great. Here we go again, but it was a great feature. Doug Duggar and John Robbins put on a heck of a battle from start to finish. John tried the outside line many times. That's how he actually won the heat race, was getting around Doug Duggar and on the outside. But John knows how to use that outside liner at that track there, but he just couldn't quite get Doug this time around the feature.
Well, those cars are really neat.
Yes, they
looking on our racetrack. And on the line with us now is the winner of the second heat race this past Saturday night in the Thunder Roasters, Rodney Oliver. Rodney, how you doing this evening, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
That's good to hear you. Rodney, you've driven Legends at the track and took a little hiatus and hopped in one of these Thunder Roasters last year, and I'm not sure we didn't hook you again.
Well, I run Legends for about 8 or 9 years, and I just kind of decided to quit. And I went with Marty Griffin and John Robbins, told me, you need to come over and drive one of these. And I drove one for Larry Fritz quite a while. And I just decided to go over and did it, and I got hooked and bought one.
Well, I know there's several others because I talked to Doug throughout the winter and this spring. There's several others out there. They might not be quite ready. Your car is beautiful. I mean, I know you worked hard on it. It's got a new paint job and is obviously fast. Kind of tell the folks a little bit of the difference between the Thunder Roaster and the Legends.
Well, the Thunder Roaster is a longer chassis. You got 15-inch Hoosier tires on it. It's more like a race car, like a sprint car maybe. Your Legends is just so touchy to drive. I mean, you've got to be on the edge every time you race one of the Legends. And the Thunder Roasters is easy to drive. And they're fun. They're safe. I just love driving. It was a thrill.
What kind of motor do those have in them?
1250 Yamaha.
And the Legends have
the same motor.
Same motor,
really?
Same transmission, same rear end.
Just the body.
It's just
chassis.
And the chassis. I mean, they look like Indy cars on our track.
They do.
Exactly. That's what they're made by.
I look forward to the day we get 15 or 20 of them out there. It's just going to be awesome. I know you've got some folks that are helping you on the car, Rodney. This would be a good time to tell the folks who they are and what they do.
Well, my sponsor is Sam Pierce Chevrolet. Sam runs a sprint car for Aaron, with Aaron. But the guy that really helps me out a lot and knows a lot about racing is Dave Osborne. They call him Oz. He raced with us in Legends, and I called him up when I decided to buy this. asked him, "You want to get on board?" He said, "Oh yeah." So we're having a good time. We just got to get a few things straightened out, and I think I can be up front.
Oz is one of those guys that's just a blast to be around, whether he's in the race car or just walking around the pits. I mean, he just puts a smile on your face. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth.
He's a true racer. I mean, he's even run the Bonneville Salt Flats before, and late models and sprints and legends, and he's a genius.
He's really good. Well, tell us a little bit about your employer. He's one of our great sponsors, and tell us what's going on out at Sam Pierce Chevrolet, Rodney.
Well, we're selling a lot of cars and trucks, and we got a great body shop, got a tremendous service department, but we've got an inventory bar none anybody around here. Is going to buy a new car, new truck. We're the people to see. We're out there in the country, but that's where the best deals is made, out in the country.
Well, that's where our pace car comes from, and talking with Sam, I think we're going to be getting a different one here before not too long, and it's treated us very well.
Hey, Rodney, this is Gary. Do you have any desire to get back into a legend car, or once you're in this Thunder Roadster, you're just going to stay there and stay put?
Absolutely not. I don't even want to get near a legend car. I mean, that Thunder Roadster is so much, to me, safer and easier to drive. It's just, I don't want no part of a legend car.
They're also easier to get in and out of if you're older guys like we are, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
We're not as limber as we used to be.
Well, Rodney, it is certainly a pleasure for us and the fans to have you back on the racetrack at Anderson Speedway. We're looking forward to a lot of fun this summer, and we're going to see you again this Saturday night, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, we'll be there Saturday, and then we run at Salem Sunday.
Oh, I got doubleheader this weekend.
Are you guys going to be on the big track?
Yes.
That'll be
different.
Cool.
Yes.
That'll be. I've never driven a half-mile track or a track like Salem or Winchester, so that ought to be interesting.
You just be careful.
It will. Well, Rodney, you have a great evening, and we really appreciate you spending the time with us this evening. We'll see you at the track Saturday.
Not a problem. Anytime.
All right. Thanks, Rodney.
Rodney Oliver.
See you.
Take care. Great guy. Fun to be around.
Oh, yes.
Takes care of us out at Sam Pierce's too, as long as Sam and Aaron and the whole group out there. We had one more division that ran Saturday night. The legend
the ones
cars.
that he doesn't get back into.
we had 13 cars.
Yes.
And which is good for
turnout
for the first race, enough to put on really good racing. Alec Webb set fast time. Alec Webb won the first heat race. How did Alec Webb win the second? Well, that's the same results on both heat races. We need Jessica's just. I mean, this is her first year to do this, so she's working very hard, like she doesn't have anything else to do at the track. But Josh Dietz in the 9 car won the feature along with Alec Webb. Cody Anderson, Zach Miller, and John Robbins rounded out the top 5. How was that race? Was it a great race?
It was actually these legend cars, every time they come to the track, Rick, and I actually told one of the winners, I can't remember if it was the first heat or the second heat, I said, every time you guys get here or come here, you seem to go faster and faster and faster. And I can see why Rodney's probably getting to the point where you got to be on top of the wheel on those things there, being so compact as they are. But, boy, these guys really put on a great show when they run those legends at the track.
You can get all this information at our website at andersonspeedway.com and all kinds of other information also. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. You're listening to Anderson Speedway's Track Talk.
Buying American always wins, whether on the track or on your driveway. To get your winner's circle, check out the great products made at UAW-represented GM plants right here in the USA. You'll be sure to find a car, truck, or crossover that'll fit your needs, and with many choices from Chevy, Buick, GMC, or Cadillac, you can't go wrong. Remember, buy American and buy UAW GM.
When I was a boy, we had family pitch-in dinners on Sunday, so I knew on Saturdays Mom would be in the kitchen baking pies. and especially sugar cream pies. I will never forget pulling a chair up to the table. I always turned the chair around back so I could perch on my knees while watching Mom take her fingers and flute the pie crust. You know, that little squiggly thing all the way around. And of course, after the pies were baked, we would beg and plead with Mom, only to have her put her foot down and say, nope, we were not going to get any pie until everybody came by tomorrow. But on Sunday at the family gathering, that first bite of pie was always worth the wait. Mom's a little older now, but that doesn't mean we can't enjoy freshly made sugar cream pies together. Now, instead of Mom making them, I pick up a Wix sugar cream pie. They use simple, fresh ingredients because of Wix rigid freshness standards. The wholesomeness and taste of their pies is better than Mom's. But don't tell her I said that. Now you can pick up a Wix sugar cream pie at most of your local grocery stores. Just look for them in the frozen dessert aisle. I'm Brownie, and I can honestly say about Wix pies, you don't just eat them, you enjoy them.
Heart attack? Stroke? Serious injury. A sudden health crisis can happen to anyone, at any time. So when bad things happen, choose good people. St. Vincent Anderson Regional Hospital has the area's most advanced emergency care, with a state-designated Level 3 trauma center, an internationally accredited chest pain center for heart attack patients, and advanced certification for primary stroke care. We have all the resources to deliver the care you need for any serious or life-threatening emergency. St. Vincent Anderson Regional is the only emergency department in the area with an on-site helicopter. And our $27 million state-of-the-art surgery pavilion opens later this year. Bad things can happen to anyone. Thankfully, good people are ready to help. Choose emergency care from St. Vincent Anderson Regional, the spirit of caring. Visit stvincent.org/Anderson Regional to learn more.
Honey, stop! Oh my gosh, that's Diggity's back there.
You mean the new Diggity's Frozen Treat Factory?
I heard it's unbelievable. Everybody's talking about it. They have everything yummy.
Yeah, I heard they have ice cream, yogurt, custard, sorbet.
And gelato, plus fruit smoothies, and that's just the beginning.
I heard Diggity's has over 250 toppings, not 30 or 40 like those other places, and you can even get the candy to go separately.
We can eat outside on their huge patio by the fire, too.
Okay, let's see. Frozen yogurt, ice cream, custard, sorbet, and gelato with 250 toppings? Or a plain old frozen yogurt shop with limited toppings?
Diggity's it is!
Diggity's wants to cater your event. Diggity's can set up at your event inside or out and provide delicious smoothies, frozen cappuccinos, candies, and frozen treats to your guests. Diggity's is perfect for weddings, company picnics, group outings, sporting events, festivals, you name it, just call Diggity's. 765-393-0033 today for more information.
MoFab Incorporated, where imagination is the only limitation. We serve residential, commercial, industrial, and municipal customers as your metals warehouse and fabrication center. We do all types of fabrication using the latest technology with unmatched speed, accuracy, and durability on any substrate. Our ornamental division handles all types of interior and exterior work, including rails, fences, gates, and more. So contact us at mofabbing.com to fabricate your dreams of tomorrow today.
This program is a presentation by Anderson Speedway. The content contained in this program is that of the host and guests, and not this station.
Walk on the wild side.
Oh, it is. Yeah, not when you went that doot, I knew what it was.
We're back, Anderson Speedway.
We do that all the time, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Anderson Speedway's Track Talk, Rick Dawson, Gary Mong. We're at the Mounds Mall Special Events Studio. And as a reminder, all you that are listening to us in Radio Land, you can also, if you're not by your radios at our future shows, you can pick us up at 1240WHBU.com and hear us live anywhere in the world.
Isn't that fantastic?
On the World Wide Web. This weekend, we have a big weekend coming up. It looks like the weather's going to be in the mid-60s. Sunny all day, and I seen no wind. So it's going to be a beautiful day at Anderson Speedway. Much to Kenny Wright's chagrin, because we noticed today, and you could almost hear the grass growing. Not like we don't have anything else to do out there. I mean, we have only had like 2 or 3 days where we could even paint, either because it was too cold or
raining.
Yes. And so we've got a bunch of work to do, but we're getting it done. And the place is is going to look really good here in the coming days.
But Saturday night's going to be one of those fan favorites.
Yep, and starting out this Friday when it's supposed to be nice also, pits open at 3 and practice from 4 till dark. That's this Friday evening. If no cost to the fans want to come and watch, we'll let you come into the pit gate, and we'll shoot you up to the pit bleachers.
Right.
So you can watch from there, and the competitors will be in the pits, obviously. Any division that runs at the Speedway is welcome to come out and practice this Friday night from 4 to 7. The gates open at 3. And then Saturday night, we have the yes, Rick. We have our debut of our first race of our street stocks for the season. We have the Mel Kenyon Midgets. We have the Thunder Roasters, and the first race of the season for the Interstate Auto Auction Winged Outlaw Figure 8 Series. That's this Saturday night. The Outlaw Figure 8s are going to be back.
And we know they're not running it anywhere else Saturday night, so we should have a good field of them there.
Talking to Dave Sink yesterday, we may have some cars coming up from the Louisville area, some maybe from the north, and, of course, a lot of them, they're not racing them at the Speedrome, so we'll pick up some of those cars too. So we should have a good field of cars. Special race time for the rest of April. We open the pit gates at 3. We practice at 4, and that's when the front gates open, and we will race at 7 o'clock.
So 4 big divisions Saturday night, so come out and have some fun.
Thunder Roasters, Street Stocks, the Mel Kenyon Midgets, and the Interstate Auto Auction Winged Outlaw Figure 8s this Saturday night at Anderson Speedway.
That's going to be a fun night. That should be a great night. If you've never seen the Outlaw Figure 8 cars at Anderson Speedway, you need to come out and see them. It's very exciting racing.
Then on Sunday, it sounds like they're racing down at Salem Speedway.
According to Rodney.
Yeah.
At least he's going to be there.
It seems like I knew that. It's not ARCA weekend. I think that's a couple of weeks away yet. So go down Sunday if you've never been to Salem Speedway. It's a neat place down southern Indiana. Be nice and warm. Go watch some great racing down there. The ARCA CRA Super Series is in action this weekend at Toledo Speedway in the I believe it's the 7-Up. I can't remember what the title of it is.
7-Up 100?
I believe it is. But it was originally, and I aimed to call RJ today. Yeah, it's the 7-Up 100. I aimed to call RJ today because a friend of mine that I seen at Rotary today was asking me, it's supposed to be a co-sanctioned race with ARCA CRA Super Series and the ARCA Midwest Tour.
Okay.
But he had seen where the ARCA Midwest Tour had taken it off their schedule, so I don't know. Regardless, they're going to have a great group of cars up at Toledo this weekend, and hopefully the weather will be warm. You never know what you get this time of year up at Toledo right there.
We'll be seeing those same cars here in a couple weeks at Anderson Speedway.
Yes, on the 25th, big night. You want to mark your calendars for that. The 25th, we've got the ARCA CRA Super Series in the Madison County Community Health Center, 125, and the Glen Eibel Classic with the USSA sprint cars, which are the little 500 cars.
100-lap feature.
100-lap feature. It's
225
traditional
laps
event.
Of races. I don't know, when's the last time we ever did a late model?
With probably some of the best cars in
both
the country in both races.
Yes.
So that's going to be a huge night for the Speedway.
That's going to be great.
Really looking forward to that. I talked to Gary Green from Florida. That's Garrett's dad. They weren't here last year for the little 500. They're actually getting one of the new GM L7 motors to put in their sprint car.
Oh, good.
So when we let you know that. But the Payless Little 500 presented by UAW GM is just going to be huge this year. And I tell you, if you haven't got your tickets yet, get them in. If you've had reserved seats in last year, we still have those tickets held for you, and we'll hold them till the first of the month. But if you need more around your area or you're first-time buyer, get in there now. I just encourage you because those tickets are going rapidly.
Last year's crowd's any indication.
And it is going to be a fun weekend. The whole month of May with the Little 500 Festival, which will kick off with our press conference on the 28th of this month. Goes for the entire month. There's probably 20 or 30 different events going on with it. In the race this year, we were going to have the Kroger Fan Fest at the Speedway, along with the UAW GM Built in America or Made in America display semi with Dale Earnhardt Jr. show car.
That's cool. It was there last year. Very cool.
And all kinds of other things that are going on the whole week, the Payless Little 500. Talk to the boss to see if you can't just take the whole week off and spend it with us at the Speedway.
We will.
We will? I'm not taking vacation.
No, but I mean, we'll be there. We'll be there all week. That's what I meant.
Real quick, we talked about this for several weeks, and last Wednesday night was Anderson Speedway night down at the Indy Fuel hockey game, and I'm telling you what, we had a blast.
It was a blast.
There were Jacob Wilson, two-time reigning Payless Little 500 winner, was there, and did some interviews and also did a celebrity race against a fan on the ice on tricycles, which was a hoot, and he got beat.
If he had only made the turn like he was supposed to across that line, but I asked him about that. He says, I was just trying to wreck the guy.
He was. And he drove down through and grabbed a water bottle and was squirting something on the track to try to mess the guy up. But had a great time. He did the special fan shot with the puck, trying to win some money for charity, and it was just errant also. But they drove the pace car. I didn't, but the fuel folks drove the pace car out onto the ice, which was pretty cool. And we had second row seats from the ice, and I'm telling you, it's just a blast.
We had a face smash right up there at us, didn't we?
Yeah. We had the opportunity to meet the owner, Jim, of the Indy Fuel. Great guy. It just happened to be his birthday. We just had a fun time, and they still got 2 or 3 games left. They may make it to the playoffs, but if you get a chance, go down and see an Indy Fuel game because
it's a lot of
fun, guaranteed. And we're going to be doing a lot more with them throughout our season and then during the winter next year. So, again, this Friday night, open practice. If your car races at Anderson Speedway anytime during the year, you're welcome to bring it out. Sprint cars, open wheel, figure 8, stock cars, it doesn't matter. We open the pit gates at 3, and we practice from 4 to dark.
Right.
The fans are welcome to come out. If you're not affiliated with the team, sit in the pit bleachers. It won't cost you anything. Then Saturday night, the gates open at 4, and we race at 7. We have the Interstate Auto Auction, Winged Outlaw Figure 8 Series, Street Stocks, Mel Kenyon Midgets, and Thunder Roadsters. That's all for one low price this Saturday night.
That's right. Great night of racing coming up, so make sure you get out there.
We've got the Payless Little 500 coming up in just, 7 or 8?
About 6 weeks from Saturday.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
This coming Saturday.
I'm going to start having my nightmares about not being ready. We've got the Stoops Freightliner Redbud 300 coming up in July. We have Amy is putting together. We've got a lot of new sponsors this year, a lot of returning sponsors, a lot of neat things going to be going on the Midway and on the track throughout the season. And we're just ready to have a good time at the Speedway.
I can't wait to see that Midway Little 500 week. It's going to be packed, but packed with all kinds of action and entertainment and things that you can do.
Hello to Aunt Jenny on
Aunt Jenny.
Tuesday evening. I hope you're doing well and listening in as she always does.
She always listens to us. And when we're not on here, she lets us know.
We appreciate all the support from our fans and drivers and competitors, not only at Anderson Speedway, but all across the country. And next week we'll have a NASCAR race to talk about also.
There you go.
With that, we pretty much exhausted our half hour. We're tickled to death that you spent the time with us. For Gary Mong, I'm Rick Dawson. Have a great week, and we'll see you at the races Saturday night.